What was good with y'all? This Chris. I'm back with a video today, and we're gonna talk about 10 things, 10 signs of a spiritual awakening. All right, so sign 1, you start having an alteration in your thought patterns. You notice you're not thinking the same way you used to think before. And if you know anything about, thoughts, that thoughts create emotion, and then emotions eventually lead to action. So you start to feel different. You know what I'm saying? So you also have, a vibrational shift too. So that's about it. Number 2, you have a mad increase. If you never had anxiety before in your life and you just start getting it out of nowhere, you might be having a spiritual awakening. You might. But if you always had it and you see an increase in that shit, anxiety and fear, then yeah, that's another sign of a spiritual awakening. Another one is heart palpitations. It scares the hell out of you because you think you're going to have a heart attack or something. They always say heart palpitations is a sign of a heart attack. I've been having those shits for years now, bro, and I've been straight. I ain't trying to jinx myself for nothing like that. But heart palpitations, don't be so scared if you start experiencing that. I've had them a lot, and they scared the fuck out of me. And also, your breathing start to change. You notice that, you're not breathing the same way you used to breathe. You just notice the difference in that. And then number 4 would be you have a raise in consciousness, a raise in awareness. Due to you not thinking the same way you used to think, you're going to start noticing shit differently. You're going to start perceiving shit differently than what you used to. And this can either be good or bad. It just depends on how you think. It just depends on how it make you think. So you can get really, really depressed once you first start having this. That's why this shit can be so tough. Because if you're a negative person, already a negative thinker, and you just have a spiritual awakening, dog, you gonna let them demons coming out, bro. You letting them demons out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to just work on yourself. It ain't the end of the world if you're a negative thinker. You just gotta work on yourself, bro, every day. All right, and then number 5, you start to have corner visions. You have corner visions and you hear taps, you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all heard that too good, but I literally used to hear that shit when I would try to meditate, when I would just be chilling. It's like something trying to get your attention. It's weird. Only people who go through this shit know what I'm talking about. This ain't on no crazy shit. It's literally tapping something trying to get your attention. And then, what else I say? Corner visions. You see corner visions. It's in the name. Basically you see spirits walking in the corner of your vision. That's all that is. It's like a little white blur that you see at the corner of your eyes, and it scared the fuck out you for a second. It scared the fuck out you because it just comes into your sight and you're not expecting that shit. So yeah, that's number 5. And number 6, you start feeling numbness throughout your body out of nowhere. You'll just feel a sharp tingling numbness in your arm and your hand. I get it in my hands a lot. Sometimes I get it in my face. That's rare though. You might get it in your legs, in your feet, just anywhere. You just start feeling numbness and pins and needles, shit like that. Number 7, your emotions. If you don't already know yourself and have your emotions in check, your emotions are about to go on a roller coaster ride, bruh. Your emotions are going to go on a roller coaster, bruh, if you do not have your emotions in check before you have a spiritual awakening. I'm telling you, bruh, because you're not going to be able to control. You are, but it's going to be very, very hard for you to control the way you feel. And the way you feel is the foundation of everything that you do, bruh. People don't tell you that. Everything you do, every action you take has to do with the way you're feeling, the way you perceive life. All starts with the way you feel. That's why emotions should really be everybody's priority in life. Getting your emotions in check. That's number 7, man. And then number 8, you hear a lot of ringing in the ears. and you see like little squigglies. You know in SpongeBob, that little squiggly that you see, but like it goes away when you try to look at it. This is a different type. This one doesn't really go away when you look at it. It goes like further out, but you can still see it. It's going away from you, but not like out of sight. It's in your sight, but it's weird. You just see that a lot. Number 9, your paranoia. This could be something. It was for me. Your paranoia can go through the roof, especially if you smoke weed, and weed wasn't really making you feel like that at first when you was smoking it. Now all of a sudden, every time you smoke weed, bro, you just worrying about shit that has no probability of even happening for real. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my brother, we got our door kicked in on June 29th, 3 days after my birthday. It was 2018, and ever since that day, me and him, we just been mad paranoid about that shit happening again, bro. Like, we just been mad paranoid about the feds kicking in our door, pointing guns in our face, having dogs run around the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just start having mad paranoia, man. But that wasn't the only thing that I'd be paranoid about. Like, I be paranoid about death sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You could be paranoid about death. Because, like, that's the one thing, when you have a spiritual awakening, you're going to start thinking about what happens after death a lot more. And that's not something to be scared of. You know what I'm saying? You weren't scared when you were born. Why would you be scared to die? It's yin and yang. You feel me? But, all right. And last one, number 10, you get sleep paralysis a lot more. Not a lot more, but if you never even had sleep paralysis before and you start experiencing all these symptoms and now you're having sleep paralysis, you're probably having a spiritual awakening. Like, I never had sleep paralysis in my life before until I had a spiritual awakening. And I used to think, I knew what it was, and like I used to fear that shit. Like, that was just the scariest shit to me that has ever been described to me. That was just the scariest shit ever, bro. And then I wound up having the shit. But like, when you actually have the experience, it ain't that scary. The first 2 times, yeah, it can be pretty scary. But after it keep happening, like you know what it is. After a minute, and you just relax, chill. Because you know what it is. You just close your eyes again, go back to sleep, and then you wake up again and you're good. But I done seen some scary shit now in the sleep paralysis. Like, one time, I was sleeping straight like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, on my back, body extended. I was just taking a nap before work. All of a sudden, it felt like my soul just, like, jumped up. Like, like a scary movie type shit. Like, it felt like my soul just, like, sat up like that. And then I saw, like, this weird-looking witch-ass lady. But, like, she didn't have no legs, no arms, or nothing. It was just, like, all black around her, I think. I don't really remember. And she had a face. And, like, it was like she summoned my soul up or something. Like, it was like, I don't know. It was weird. It was like, I don't know how to explain it, man, but it was weird. And then that same day, in that same sleep, I had this shit again. And I was sleeping on my side. I turned over to my side. And then, like, I just opened my eyes. And I could just see a spirit walking, like, right in front of I was at the corner of my bed, and I could just see, like, I could just see something blurry walking right in front of my face. You know what I mean? I already knew what it was. I already knew what I was in, so I wasn't really scared. But I just went back to sleep. But, yeah, those are my 10 symptoms of having a spiritual awakening. I hope this was helpful for you. If you're experiencing any of these, you're having a spiritual awakening, and it's okay. All you need to do is just work on yourself, meditate, and find something that you're passionate about, man. Like, really, the big key, bro, is getting the control over your emotions. That's the biggest key here, bro, when you have a spiritual awakening, because that's everything. Like, you're not going to be able to, how do I say? You're not going to be able to just not have or go through negative emotions. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's called duality. Like, the world was literally built, the universe was literally built off negative and positive. That's why there's always going to be fucked up people in the world. There's always going to be negative people, and it's always going to be good people. It's duality. It's literally the foundation of the whole universe. You know what I'm saying? But that's another video. But yeah, man, the biggest thing, man, is just focusing on your emotions, focusing on mastering your emotions. If you do that, this spiritual journey will be a walk. It'll be a breeze for you. It'll be a breeze. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. My name is Christian, and I'm out.